a few weeks. The 17th annual event will be kicking off, so we are gearing up. And, you know, Carly, we like to check in with winners. We like to check in with those who have captured the checkered flag. And guess who did it last year? Our friend Joseph Newgarden, who is back. He is with us once again, hopefully going to get back-to-back wins. Good morning, Joseph. How are you?
Good morning. Excited like you are for the Grand Prix.
I'm sure. Well, there's been so many changes, and even it's hard for us to kind of keep up with, wait a minute, where is it this year? And how, I mean, it's been such a tradition for so long, and then to kind of shake things up. What does that do for you and the team?
Yeah, I mean, we've all had to be flexible, right? The last year, it's been a moving target in a lot of ways, but you know, to get the race in at the end of the season last year was a big plus for us. We were there in October. We're coming back in April. We pushed back. We've tried to give the best opportunity to get the most fans at the track, which I think was the right thing. But we're going to be back. You know, it's always important for us to come to St. Pete. It's one of my favorite events of the year. I'd love that atmosphere. I love the town. Love everything about it. So I can't wait. You know, even though it's race number 2, it's still a highlight for me.
I'm glad to hear you say that. A highlight, perhaps, because it has been good to you. Back-to-back wins, of course, 2019, 2020. Seems like this track lends itself to back-to-back winners. We've seen it happen 3 times in the last 6 years. But I want to talk about your motivation this year. Of course, a win is a win. Everything's successful. But last year, the win wasn't enough to be able to get that series championship. Has that added a little more incentive to not only come back, go for that three-peat, but then put yourself in a good place in standings here at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, it was bittersweet last year. You know, it was great to be back at St. Pete. We won the race, so how can you be disappointed? But we finished just shy of the championship and finished second. So it was tough. You know, I was, in one hand, the year was still very good to us for as tough of a year as it was, and how many people really struggled with it. We had a great year for the most part. We still got our season in. We were still able to visit everybody in St. Pete. But you know, falling short of our competition goals is always tough. I'm a competitor. I'm in this. It's a little cheesy, but I'm in this because I like winning. Yeah. So you know, we won the race, but we lost the war. So we definitely got to push a little bit stronger this year and have some good motivation for it.
What I love about this is it seems like fans of you know, this are just, they're strong, loyal fans. And I feel like this race in particular, I mean, people love watching you guys. How has the past year been for you and your family? And I know you're newlywed as well. I mean, how has this been for you personally?
Yeah, it's been challenging. You know, we've all had our challenges with this, no doubt, right? We've had to learn how to adjust and communicate in different ways. And, you know, even now, you know, we're doing this remotely instead of what would normally be live. So I find it hard, to be honest with you. I miss the in-person stuff. You just can't replace being in person with people. You really can't. This stuff is great. You know, I think the remote work is here to stay to some degree, and I don't mind that, but you know, I got to be in front of people. I got to be around the people at the track, you know, family as well. It's hard to just, you know, not be with people in person. So I found that a big challenge. It was a big learning experience for all of us. But, you know, I feel like this year we're very hopeful. We're just so hopeful that, you know, we're rounding the corner. It feels like everything's going super well. We've all put in a lot of work, and we can get back to the old normal in a lot of ways. So that's the hopefulness for me.
It's a race in itself, right?
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Hey, Joseph, I'm curious, you know, working with athletes in the past, I feel like anytime you talk about a sports venue or a track in your case, there's always one thing that stands out. So when you do think about, you look at that schedule and you see, you know, the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Pete come up there. What is that one thing that you think of? Is it about the track? Is it about, you know, the success you've had in restarts? What is it, the people? What is it that you think of when you think of the St. Pete Grand Prix?
So I love the racing. I love the track. I mean, I think that's a given. I'm a race car driver, so I don't want to give you that answer. I truly love St. Pete for the community and the town. Like when I think of St. Pete, normally it's the first race of the year, like we talked about. I just love the opportunity to go to that town and see everybody. And I mean, little things like we'll go to Grazie, which is this Italian restaurant across from the track. We know the owners, we know the chefs, we know all the locals that go in there. I mean, it's stuff like that I get excited about for St. Pete, because I know it's going to be a fun weekend of racing, but more so than that, it's going to be an enjoyable atmosphere for 3 or 4 days, and it's going to be kind of a bit of a party. So that's what I love about St. Pete's, the atmosphere.
Nice.
Good answer. We all
good.
agree. Well, hey, if you win this race, it's been a tradition on the blend that you have to come back. So can we go ahead and just invite you back for that?
Yeah, book me up. You know, that means we win, then book me now.
Deal. And really, I don't think we've seen a three-peat of winners. So let's
don't
go
think
ahead
so,
and make
yeah.
that happen, right?
Now's
I
the
know.
time.
Rare
Now's the
opportunity.
time.
We're cheering for you, Joseph. Thank you for being with us. It is always great to see you. Hopefully, we are talking to you post-race as well. Again, you can have fun along with all of the drivers and the fans. April 23rd through the 25th is race weekend. Take care, okay?